you ever been watching Dragon's Den or Shark Tank and wondered how participants prepare for their pitches? Well, in this module, we're going to teach you how. Pitch preparation has two steps. The first step is planning. This involves applying a formula or template to make sure that your pitch has all the essential points and is well-rounded. The second step is practicing. This involves testing your pitch out on a person to get feedback on clarity, as well as whether they liked or disliked the pitch. That feedback is then used to tweak the original plan and then test it again on another person. This process is repeated several times until you are confident you can deliver a clear and concise pitch that even your grandma can understand. There are 8 key ingredients in total, the first of which is the hook. The hook is meant to grab the audience's attention, and examples include stating a shocking fact, questions and audience interaction, and quotations, something that will grab and hold their attention throughout your presentation. Next are the 5 W's and 1 H. Answers to these questions constitute a formula for getting the complete story on a subject. Sticking to these basic questions can help keep your pitches clear, concise, and complete. And when used properly, you will get the most important points across and lay an effective foundation for follow-up questions. Lastly is the ask. If you've done your job and kept your audience engaged, you will certainly have convinced someone that your idea, project, or person is worthy of additional investment. Examples could be sending them to your LinkedIn page, getting them to leave their email address at your website, or asking for a follow-up meeting. And while there are a variety of possible asks, the most important thing to remember is to end with an ask that gives specific steps on how audience members can support you. If not, your audience will be confused and waiting for more information. So be creative, confident, and reasonable, and end with an actionable ask. The order of these elements is also very important. The hook always goes first, the ask always goes last, and sandwiched in between are the 5 W's plus H, which you are free to play with the order.
Steve Jobs, CEO and co-founder of Apple, was responsible for changing the way we live with his creation of the iPhone. Do you want to know what Steve Jobs' first step was to become one of the most famous disruptors of our time? Getting an idea out of his head and into the form of a prototype. My name is Maren Scannell, and I'm the program lead at the University of Guelph's Makerspace. The Makerspace is a unique place on campus that supports students with the tools, workshops, and resources to help them get ideas out of their head and into a tangible form that people can react to, otherwise known as a prototype. Prototypes are vital for any business venture as it helps you test and communicate your idea. So Google Wood Center Makerspace and start your journey to becoming the next Steve Jobs.
You've now experienced the 2 steps of pitch practice. First was the planning step, where we got all the essential elements into our pitch. The second was practicing, where we did it in front of an audience and got some feedback. This information is then fed back into the plan, and the cycle is repeated multiple times until you get comfortable with your pitch. The power of this approach is in its versatility. As we saw in this module, it can be used to craft an effective pitch. It can also be used to create a great script for a video or presentation, and it can also help you prepare for a conversation where you'll have very quick responses to anybody's questions and you'll come across as polished.